The Green Lantern ride has one major drop in the beginning and one major loop. In order to get up the first hill, the chain that's pulling the cars has to use an energy of 80 joules, and the cars overall are being displaced 33.8 meters. So as the cars are coming down the first drop, their speed is 18.16 meters per second, which is a pretty big difference in speed, and it's a big acceleration, so that's where the rider will feel the thrill of the ride. And once the cars reach the bottom of the drop, or in the point before the loop, there's a g-force of 1.16 g's, which isn't really a problem since a person can usually withstand at most 4 to 6 g's. The apparent weight at this point is 67,744 newtons, and that causes the force factor to be 2.16. Since the force factor is greater than 1, the rider will feel heavier than they actually are at the bottom of a loop or a drop. Approaching the top of the loop at point D, there's another change in speed. The cars start to go slower, so that will cause the rider to feel another sense of thrill. Since the apparent weight is 13,984, the force factor is 0.45, and since this is less than 1, the rider will feel weightless or lighter than they actually are, since they are at the top of a loop and they're inverted. The g-force at this point is also less than 1, so with that being said, the ride at this particular point may not be as safe as it could be, but it's not completely drastic that it would be completely unsafe. Point E is the lowest point in the ride, and there's another change in speed at this point. The cars go faster, so again, the rider will feel that sense of thrill that they get on a roller coaster, since there is a large acceleration, and the speed at this point is 27.6 meters per second. So overall, the Green Lantern is a fairly safe ride with many thrilling points, and the g-force is never too high to be unsafe, but it may be a little low at some points, but not too unsafe. Again, the force factor is greater than 1 at the bottom of a loop or the drop, and this makes the person feel heavier than they actually are, and the force factor is less than 1 at the top of the loop, which makes the person feel lighter than they actually are.